In this video, we're talking about one of my favorite crystals, and it's called Cavansite. So I'll go ahead and show you guys. This is my Cavansite that I'm wearing here. Ta-da! And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite things about Cavansite because I just think it's such an amazing energy, and even just talking about it and sharing in the conversation, even if you don't have a piece of Cavansite, for example, you can still tune into it, and there's some awesome energy that's going to be here and a really cool conversation. Because Cavansite doesn't just tune us into an energy that exists within a crystal. It tunes us into an energy that exists in everything all around us. It's an electricity that vibrates and energizes everything into existence. And let me tell you guys something. Cavansite is the #1 crystal that has triggered really intense stuff for me to go through. Now let's hop in the top 5 most powerful, my favorite things about Cavansite. Number 1 is Cavansite's amazing third eye activation. So Cavansite is going to vibrate really profoundly with all kinds of different energies that we're going to discuss in this video inevitably. But right now we're specifically talking about the third eye. Now the third eye is a lot of what we see with our intuition. See, our heart feels intuitive feelings, but our third eye can literally see things that have yet to happen. We're on a timeline right now, you and I. Each of us are on a path in our life that we're experiencing things. The next thing is about to unfold, right? We're on this path. Now, we can always make a choice and diverge and go on a new path, but as long as we're associated with one, there are events that are further aligned, even like 3 years from now, that are determined by your current position and your current choices. So all these things are going to keep unfolding. Cavansite has this amazing third eye capability where it really can help us to see kind of what's coming down the line. Now for me, this doesn't manifest as like literally seeing the future and having these epic premonitions and I'm, telling all my friends, hey, you're gonna win the lottery with these numbers, Joe. It's not like this. It's like I can literally see these dimensions that I'm moving through. When you see with your third eye, it's not the same as seeing with these 2 eyes here that simply evaluate quite literally the physical colors, the objects, right? The third eye sees the energy of things. So instead of seeing the material objects and being able to navigate them, you see the energy that is the other flip side of the mirror of our experience here in reality. So being able to tune into this amazing third eye activation, this can help us so much with our intuition to much more effectively choose what path we really want to be on. For example, when I picked up my Cavansite for the first time and began working with it, it got me so high. It was electric. And I immediately started seeing certain things in my experience that I actually didn't really want to experience. And it helped me to realize that I can let these things go. I can let go of my anger. I can let go of my need to control reality. I can let go of the part of me that gets frustrated when things don't go the way I want them to. And the moment I let those go, I literally pivot and situate myself on a completely new path. Where, let me tell you something, further down the line, I am much more successful now because of Cavansite. Cavansite has aligned me with so much success down the line, and right here, right now, I can't even scratch the surface of or really communicate fully with English words because, again, it helps you to see the energy of things. And there's no identification. There's no words. There's nothing that encapsulates anything in the energy dimension. It's all free and constantly in fluctuation. It's us with our eyes that identify things and start to create them physically in the material world. It's very interesting. So that's number 1. Cavansite stimulates our third eye in an amazing way, which is exactly what I just expressed. Now, my second favorite thing about Cavansite is the electricity that it is. So every crystal has a different kind of profile of the way that the energy manifests. Some crystals, for example, I'll pull these out just to kind of show them to you. Here's another energy that I really love, and this is aquamarine. Now, aquamarine is a very peaceful and pure and soothing energy. it really has a lot of elements to it that is similar to the way that water is. The structure of water in our reality, it carries a certain kind of energy. It carries a certain kind of flow in the way that it moves. So aquamarine has an energetic flow to it that's a lot like water. Cavansite has an energy to it that is like electricity. It's electrifying. Now here's the beauty of this and why it's so freaking profound. The Cavansite electricity stimulates so many parts of reality that we might not even currently be tuned to. So there's all these, theoretically speaking, all right, there's all these different timelines and possible realities. This is like a choose your own adventure experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could choose right now to throw my camera on the ground and you know what? Screw this. I'm going to med school. You know what I'm saying? I could just randomly choose that. And obviously that would associate me with a drastically different experience in life. But what's cool about the electricity of Cavansite is it stimulates all these possible realities around you. And this is very much connected to the first thing we said about the third eye, right? It stimulates so many possible realities. And with the third eye that you can see the energy, it puts you in a much better position to consciously choose the experience that you want, right? Now, I talk about this a lot with crystals, how they tune us into our genuine self and help us to choose the experience that we prefer more. In my opinion, this is something that all crystals are doing when we're working with them in a way that also has awareness there. This is when we really become aware of the fact that we are the power of the universe. We are that magic. We are everything around us, all of it. Wow. It's crazy that crystals can help us to tap into stuff like this. It's so amazing. So this electricity not only is impressive because of its ability to stimulate different realities around us and to help us to tune into them, but the electricity is also a feeling that you experience within yourself. In your whole body, when it comes to Cavansite, you will feel electric. You will feel like, woo, like there's an uppity energy to it, right? Cavansite has a high vibration to it that's very uppity. It's very energizing. It's very free-flowing, and it's amazing. And that brings us to number 3. My third favorite thing about Cavansite, number 1 through 5 is not in any particular order, by the way. Number 3 is the way that Cavansite energizes us. And it comes directly from number 2 with this electricity. Cavansite energizes in an insane way. Here's something that is literally phenomenal about Cavansite, that the only crystal ever that I've ever felt this with that came close to a similar effect is Phenakite. Phenakite is in my top 3 favorite crystals of all time. It is freaking amazing, by the way. Phenakite videos tagged below, guys. I highly recommend you check out Phenakite. And let me know what you think about Phenakite below, too. Do I have any other Phenakite lovers out there? God, I'm so hard for Phenakite. So, this energy of the Cavansite specifically, releasing Phenakite from the conversation, Cavansite energizes us in a way where it lifts us up. Now, to me, even though Cavansite is blue, and many people would just immediately associate that with water, to me, it's electric. And this electricity is very difficult to explain without incorporating analogies that have to do with wind. Imagine you're a kite that's floating in the air, and the wind starts to blow. It's ripping the kite into all other air pockets, right? So the energy of Cavansite energizes us to such an extent, but it's also very light and free and loose. And this is actually something that I've struggled with Cavansite. Not that it's bad, but just that sometimes I have to put my Cavansite down and take it off and walk away with it, because Cavansite can swoop you up into the air, and then the wind can blow you to a totally different lifeline. And if we're not fully exercising our awareness and the part of us that's choosing our experience yet, this can sometimes sweep us off our feet and associate us somewhere that maybe we didn't necessarily want to be. Now, on one hand, maybe I think I know what I want in my life, but maybe in my soul, in my true being, like the spark of who I am, maybe there's something far better that I don't even realize that's waiting for me. And I have to let go of this so that that can bring me to it. And this brings us into number 4. Cavansite, more than any other crystal, tunes us into the spark of our expression. So I know you guys feel how amazing you are and how multidimensional you are and how huge you are. I know you guys feel me on that. You know, we've had some crazy experiences together, don't you think? I mean, just even in our own individual realities, so much magic is constantly unfolding for us. It's really special. I'm so grateful I get to share with you guys. I know I really appreciate you guys who are always thanking me. Thank you, Nathan, for making this video. Thank you. But thank you guys too. Like, thanks for being like someone I can, you know, be excited about the things I'm going through in life to share with. Like, I don't share stuff like this with my family or immediate people in my life. Like, this is a very special connection with you. So just thanks a lot, you know. But anyways, the point is that the intuition within us, right? Sometimes we feel certain things and we want to move towards them. But there's this true expression that we really are. And Cavansite not only stimulates the third eye, like we mentioned, but it also stimulates the throat chakra in a profound way. Because it doesn't just open your throat in the way other crystals do, where all of a sudden you can talk better, you know, you can blah, da, 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 you can feel more confident during public speaking. It's a lot more than this. Cavansite puts you in a position where it's very strange. It can have you ranting almost in a way where you're not even thinking about what you're saying and you're kind of just out there watching. But every single word that comes out of your mouth is just caked in euphoric, juicy energy. It is so hard to explain, but it's unified. It's so unified and pure because the Cavansite helps us to express ourselves not from here, not from what we want or what we think we want or any of this stuff. It helps us to express and speak truth from the true spark of who we are. I didn't know what my true voice was until I started working with Cavansite, to be perfectly honest. I was always a good public speaker. You know, I did lots of theater growing up. I was always very animated. I always had a lot of charisma. I tend to have an experience in life where people just like me and feel drawn to me. But I never knew my real true voice. The Cavansite has me speaking from a position that is impossible to describe, guys. But it's like the spark of creation. It's like I'm speaking from a very powerful position in myself. And that brings me to number 5, my 5th favorite thing about Cavansite. Cavansite is a crystal of transformation. And you know, you could argue that all crystals are helping us to transform, and I agree. But Cavansite is definitely a crystal of transformation in the sense that this is the direction the energy moves. You know, the seasons are always changing around us. Everything is always changing. It's kind of one of the fundamental aspects of reality for some reason. I don't know why. You know, it's just kind of the way that this is in this experience that we're having together, you know? I mean, who knows? It's what it seems like. It seems like things are always changing, growing to a certain extent and then passing on. Cavansite seems to speed up the seasons, but not physically, energetically. So instead of working with Cavansite, all of a sudden you start aging rapidly and you are an old man within 1 year. It's energetic. The energy within you evolves and moves to such an amazing rapid speed. I can't believe it. Cavansite is a crystal that, obviously you guys can tell I love crystals, but Cavansite is one that, like, holy frick. I can't believe that this is real. You know those moments where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe crystal magic is real. Oh my God, I can't believe manifestation is real. Oh my God, I can't believe I can choose my experience. You know, like, oh my God. That's Cavansite. It's an oh my God kind of crystal. It speeds up the energy. So you know what? I was 24 years old when I got this piece of Cavansite, and I'm still 24. But I'm speaking and living from an energetic position in myself where instead of being 24, it's more like I'm like 80 now. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from a place of knowing myself and knowing my choice and what I really want to do here. And that's amazing, guys. You know how long I spent wandering around trying to figure out who I am, getting swept up into all these people coming along on my path saying, Nathan, come over here. Nathan, check this out. Nathan, this is the truth. Nathan, listen to this new spiritual thing. You know? I kept getting swept up into so many different things for so long. Not anymore. Because now my kite is able to soar up and get swept around. But I'm speaking from my true spark, and I'm expressing myself from my true spark. So it doesn't matter where I end up. It doesn't matter what lifeline or what reality I'm swept into. Who I am is always going to be there. And because I know that, for example, I honestly, I gotta tell you guys, just for my friends that are still watching, this is something really cool. I know that I'm a huge, successful YouTuber that gets to travel the world and go wherever I want and live with my partner, and we're so happy together, and we're gonna have events and create all kinds of awesome stuff and content for you guys. Like, I know these things. I know it. It's not something that I want anymore. It was something that I wanted for so long. Now, it's something that I really am. And so it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if I post a video that doesn't do well. It doesn't matter if somebody leaves a mean comment that hurts my feelings, for example. None of these things matter, because no matter what energy is thrown at me that sweeps me to a different lifeline, I know the lifeline that I truly am. And so I'll be right back there in a moment's notice. Nothing can hold me down for too long because I'm just straight flying. And nobody can clip my wings. The only one that can clip my wings is me, you know? Oh man. Cavansite is a freaking amazing energy, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for liking the video. That helps a lot. Thanks for taking that simple moment from your day to just go down and push that button. It really is a big deal in my reality. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And thanks for letting me know what you think about this conversation below. There's nothing I love more than connecting with you guys. You are the true power of what this channel really is. It's you. Thank you so much. Much love to you guys. I'll see you for the next video.